Hello Gold Farmers, welcome to another Go Not Frying video. Today we'll be taking a look a little bit more into flipping and how I go about flipping materials on the auction house. Others have other guides and theirs may be a little bit better than mine just because I'm not very good at explaining stuff, so do take what I say with a grain of salt, but for the most part you'll be able to make gold just like this. Not exactly like this, I should say, but you will be on your way to start making a lot of gold. A lot of it does deal with knowing your markets and learning the auction house and just messing around and playing around to see what's selling, what's not selling, who else is in this market, who's not in the market, and a lot of this other stuff. So first things first, find a market that you want to control. So it could be leathers, cloths, herbs, ores, it could be meats, it could just be anything of any set market really. But find a market that you want to control and just kind of play around with it. I would watch the auctions every now and then. I'd click into them, see here this auction is about 1 gold below the other. I would buy these out and then I would resell them for an extra gold. So I'd be making a total profit of almost 3k off of this if I was to do it, which I'm not necessarily going to do it, but I could even go clear up to this 6 gold per unit one, buy that out, and now we are going to be at almost 2 full gold ahead of what we were at. So we're going to be profiting, I believe it is almost 3.5k, I believe is what it'd be, which that's a small profit, don't get me wrong. It's a pretty small profit, but you do that every day for a week, and that 3k is now, what would that be, 21k? That's 21 extra k in a week that you just basically got from playing the auction house. There are a couple of auctions that I regularly watch just because I know how fast they sell, and I've had a lot of luck selling them. Shimmer Scale is one of them. Same with Monolite Ore. Monolite Ore right now is almost 40 gold per unit on my server. Why? I don't know. I think somebody bought them out and is trying to play the market at 40 gold per unit. But once you get your one market down, like once you've learned how your one market works and all of that, you can then move up to 2 markets. So say you go with herbalism to start, and then you want to pick up your ores. So let me collect these mails really quick. Which ore is pretty. Let's go skins. Let's go with leathers, just because my monolite ore is going for almost 40 gold per unit. So that one's a pretty bad example right now. But so after you've done all your, or once you've learned your herbs market, you can pick another market, and once you start controlling that market pretty well and regularly, then you will want to pick up another market. So you want to do skins, and here we can see it's almost worth it to buy out all these Shimmer Scale. It's just I don't want to spend that much gold on all of these. I need to try and stay above 1 mil, which I need to go collect all my auctions that have sold and go about it that way. But see, we've got dredged leather here that's going for 9 gold per unit. I could buy these out and repost them for 10 gold per unit. I bought all of this dredged leather that I have right here out at 8 gold per unit. So I am making almost 2 gold profit off of each dredged leather I am selling, and I had bought a ton of dredged leather. Anyways, the ideal, or my ideal, I should say, market range for where I buy stuff is usually if I can profit at least 1 gold per unit off of the material, if that makes sense. But it also depends on what it is you're buying. So herbs, if I can profit 1 gold per unit off of each herb outside of Xanthid and your anchorweed, I'll buy them out and resell them for more. So right here I could definitely do some Agunda's Bite if I really wanted to spend 200k on all of these auctions, which I really don't. But yeah, usually I'll buy out anything from 1 gold, so I'd buy these out. I'd buy these out. And so on and so forth. But when you get to other auctions, such as your Umber Shards, I'm buying out a little bit more between 3 to 5 gold per unit. And this is just because the Umber Shards aren't selling for as much for me. So I guess if it's auctions that are selling for you, then I wouldn't buy, or I'd buy out anything that you could sell for 1 gold more, if that makes sense. So say you are buying out all of these Umber Shards right here that are going for 20 gold, and you are selling them for 21 gold. I would only do that if your auctions are selling pretty regularly. But for the most part, that is how I've gone about flipping. If anybody has any other questions about how I flip, or maybe I forgot to discuss something about flipping, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll try to respond to you as quickly as possible. But as far as flipping goes, that's all I could really think of on how to cover it and how I've been making my gold with it. A lot of it's just those little small profits that I can make from the auction house when I flip items. Anyways, that'll be all, so thanks for watching. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more content.